No one's made this joke yet. I think we're good. Time for a TV recap. So, we're on with a trace. We're catching back up with Ahsoka, and for those who don't remember, in the season before this, Ahsoka left the Jedi Order because they didn't believe that she was innocent of all these bombings that were killing clone troopers. But it was eventually revealed by Anakin, who never gave up on Ahsoka, that it was Ahsoka's former friend Barriss Offee who was the traitor and was committing these attacks. And because she felt so ostracized by the Jedi, Ahsoka left. So now we catch up to see where she is, and she's at the core of Coruscant. And her speeder bike crashes into one of the lower sectors, and she comes across a mechanic named Trace who offers to help Ahsoka rebuild the speeder bike. And she's a little hesitant at first, staying there, and they even say, what's your problem? Part of me thinks that's a little reference to Barriss Offee and Ahsoka's mistrust of the Jedi. Like, she feels like she can't trust anyone anymore, but she relents and continues the work. But she also notices that Trace has a disliking towards the Jedi, which I think is going to be explored more. And they're kind of like the Jedi basically started this war, even though Ahsoka denies that's the case. But while they're both working on their own projects, this guy comes in who's asking Trace where her sister Rafa is, because Rafa is the older sister of Trace, and Rafa owes money to this guy. The guy has his henchmen start to really beat up Trace. I was kind of surprised that... I don't know why I was surprised about on the show where he's like smacking her across the face and stuff like that, and Ahsoka begins to help fight off these guys, and they retreat, and they go find Rafa. Rafa's, I guess, kind of a scam artist, I don't know, and she takes a disliking to Ahsoka, and Rafa is approached by this Twi'lek male who wants a droid to be built, or these droids, and Rafa accepts it, but basically says to Trace and Ahsoka, you guys have to build it. But while they're building it, Ahsoka realizes that this droid was like a just demolition droid. It goes on a rampage, and one of these droids goes off on a rampage and starts beating the crap out of everything. And Ahsoka and Trace have to contain it and bring it back. And during this chase, which is really exciting and reminds me so much why I love the Clone Wars, Trace is able to get onto its back and then to press the blue button on its face to turn it off. The only problem is it is hanging on a ledge along with the little vehicle they were using to capture it, and it's about to fall down. And Ahsoka, even though she has the vehicle hooked up to a wire, Trace, the droid, and the vehicle are still falling, and so Ahsoka uses the Force to pull them up, but in a kind of discreet way where no one gets up. There's like one kid who kind of made me think this was Hera Syndulla, the green Twi'lek girl, but there's various Twi'leks that could look like that, so maybe it's not Hera Syndulla. But Ahsoka saves Trace. Rafa does sell the droids. She charges the Twi'lek double because of their demolition droids, and they were able to pay off the people from the beginning of the episode. And Rafa and Ahsoka still have there's tension between them. They still don't really like each other. Ahsoka and Trace remain friends and are going to continue working on their mechanic projects. And yeah, it feels good to get back into a TV recap with all this stuff that's been going around. I've even grown a little bit of a beard. No Jedi attire today. This was a good episode. I'm glad to see Ahsoka back. I'm looking forward to these two new characters, Trace and Rafa. And I would like to explore the possibility of, aside from seeing like the Separatist view on the Republic, I would like to see what these two people in the core of Coruscant, like in the lower section, I would love to see what their opinions are on the Jedi. I hope they explore that a bit more. So this is a really good episode. I'll see you guys in the next TV recap. Stay safe out there. Or better yet, stay indoors.